What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Auburn versus St. John's college basketball matchup, and it is going down on Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. But before we get to the free pick, if you are looking for my best bets, the games that I absolutely love and the ones that I have the most money on every single day, you can head to Pickdawgz.com, click the premium picks or the experts tab at the top of the page. You can also click the link in the description of this video below. We've got so much free pick content here on our YouTube channel and on our website that the premium plays on the premium side are our best of the best. So Pickdawgz Premium is for me. I went 9-2 on the college hoops card on Tuesday on the premium side. So make sure that you check that out. We're going to try to keep it rolling into Wednesday. We've also got our inner circle. It's something that we've been mentioning in our videos a lot as of late. It's not for everyone. It's for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into the service. But we've had a lot of big bettors, a lot of high rollers join the club already, having a ton of success already with the one-on-one coaching, the bankroll management, the early releases. So if this sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen and we'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between St. John's and Auburn, and this is a consolation matchup from the Players Era Festival, as you have Auburn coming into this one 5-2 on the year. They got routed by Michigan 102-72, while St. John's took care of Baylor 96-81, but it was not enough as they were really had to go 2-0 in the tournament and then have a good point differential to be considered for the championship or even for the third place game. But still, this is a game that's going to count towards the records. And, Auburn, I just haven't loved what I've seen from Auburn. Obviously, Stephen Pearl was kind of thrown into it at the last minute. Bruce Pearl stepping down and, retiring, and now Stephen Pearl had to take over. And there's been spots where Auburn has looked, fairly solid. I mean, they have the 1-point loss to Houston. They did beat Oregon in the first game of this tournament. But then when the rubber met the road, they faced Michigan and just really had no answers in that game. And, it was just that nothing was really working for Auburn in that game. They were down by as many as 35 in the second half. And really, the only time they led in that game was 2-0 in the first minute of the game. And then it was all Michigan. It was almost wire to wire as, Auburn only shot 31.6% from 2-point range. It did hit 10 threes, but they also left a ton of points at the foul line, shooting just 54.5%. Numbers like that are not going to get it done, and we've seen Auburn struggle at the line so far this season, shooting just over 69% from the charity stripe. So I have my concerns with Auburn, especially in this matchup against the St. John's team that pushes the pace, that gets out, on the fast break, that can get after it offensively. They're a really good offensive rebounding team, which is another area where Auburn's defense has struggled, which is cleaning the defensive glass. They're 222nd in offensive rebounding percentage allowed, and I just, like I said, I have my concerns with this Auburn defense in that regard. Now, St. John's, this team likes to go inside, go into 2-point range, and do their damage inside the perimeter. That is Auburn's strength up to this point. But like I said, I worry that St. John's is just going to overload Auburn in this game. And I just don't see Auburn being able to do enough offensively to keep themselves in this game. I think that 5.5 points, if you were giving me maybe 7.5, 8.5, maybe at that point I could be talked into Auburn, or at least, you could try to make a case for it. But at 5.5, I think Rick Pitino's side is just too much here. I think that, St. John's, we really saw the Red Storm come alive against Baylor. They were, they had a 1-point loss to Iowa State. They've been the better team in this tournament. They're also the more battle-tested team as far as I'm concerned. With the game against Alabama earlier this year, had a solid offensive showing there as well. I just don't think Auburn has enough here. I'm going to take St. John's in this one. That's my free pick for this game. Thank you so much for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. And remember, if you are looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium. You can also click the link in the description of this video below and use the promo code PICK. It's PICK at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. Best of luck. We'll see you guys soon.